Hey guys, welcome back to Atlacatl Games, and today we are bringing you the third matchup between Couple Hundred Games and me, Atlacatl, for the Rookie Steel Division 2 September monthly tournament. This is the best 2 out of 3, and once again we will be playing on Orsha East. Couple Hundred Games is in the red, and he will be playing as Pansera 1 on balanced deployment type. Very interesting choice. My buddy has used this division quite a bit, so I'm somewhat familiar with this division. And I think he also sensed that I was slightly intimidated by it. Strengths and weaknesses as per infantry, he will be at a disadvantage. But if he plays his cards right, he could easily overwhelm me with those Cromwells. As for us, we are playing with the Fallschirmjäger 3 on Maverick deployment type. This is my favorite division. It is also the first division I have ever played with. One thing I did, which is a mistake that I've made even in my other games, including the second game between me and Couple Hundred Games, is not having any vet on any of my infantry. And I can say at this point it has been addressed, and I can tell you right now it's made a humongous difference. As per armor, we are limited to just stuck 3s. However, this should be enough to deal with those Cromwells. Infantry, we will have the upper hand. FS Jaegers are really deadly at range. And even in the last game, they tore through armor that got way too close to the city. And as always, remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. It helps the channel grow. Let's get done this deployment, and we will get back to you guys shortly. Alright, let's start with the matchup. Here on the right-hand side, we're bringing up 2 armor cars, some Fallschirmjäger, Pack 40, and an MG34. Towards the center, we're deploying a little bit heavier with some of our MG34s, Pack 40s, some Fallschirmjägers as well to hold some of the positions, mortars to give us some support, and as always the important recon. Armor car also for reconnaissance and support as well. And over here on this side, we're deploying MG34, Pack 40, and the Fallschirmjäger and a Fallschirmjäger squad with light deployment on the left-hand side. Couple Hundred Games is also deploying pretty late on the left-hand side. Seems like the bulk of his attack is coming towards the center and the right. Units begin clashing immediately in the force line as the armor cars quickly strafe that armor car. They drive right past them, get annihilated by the Cromwell. A little bit too fast of a deployment there. Went a little bit too far, and it's going to get destroyed by the Cromwell as well. Bad mistake on my part. Still 15-9 with us in the lead. What have we captured? That is, oh, we captured the points here in the front, which is changed a bit of the game. He hasn't captured the point here on the right hand side or any of these points here, so we're pretty safe on these flags. And it looks like we're able to hold them off for the time being here. There is a Firefly making its way up, and there's not much here to deal with it except for the Pack 40 and a few troops just hiding around the buildings. Right hand side, despite the fact that there wasn't much in the way of deployment, is pretty heavy. The armor car is firing at that squad, and these looks like this MG34 had just almost pinned down that AT gun. And battle for the center once again. We got the MG34 making its work. Couple Hundred Games has won the flag on the right hand side, and he is pushing forward. We have some Fallschirmjäger infantry squads making their way up. Pack 40 is trying to hit those vehicles, but he's able to move that Cromwell and the half-track out of the way. Captures this flag here as his units march forward towards the flag here in the center. If he captures that, he will be in the lead. Armor car is just gauging the situation, sees the Cromwells and decides to drive past them, or drive around them. And the mortar is doing its work right now, firing on the infantry and tanks that are moving forward. And Achilles is also making its way on this hand on the far side over here. And Fallschirmjäger squad is now clashing with the units over here in the forest, capturing the flag back, bringing the game back at 12-12. Pioneers and FS Jaegers are tearing through the infantry. One thing that we had pointed out was that these guys were going to be a nightmare for these guys. The infantry is a bit lacking on this division. Another armor car is coming in to clear out the clear out the infantry as well. I'm kind of confused. Wasn't there a Cromwell here? Did he move it? I don't see it destroyed. Oh, it's up there. I'm actually quite surprised that he moved it out like that. A Stug 3 is making its way up too, so that's going to be able to deal with the Cromwell. More Cromwells are coming up towards the center. More coming on the left-hand side. It seems like they're just gauging the situation and standing back. There's not really anything here to stop them from moving in. Oh, and the Firefly just got its gun jammed by the Pack 40. Falls into the ambush, gets hit again. Doesn't look like it's going to move. Oh, it knocks it out. Balsam Jaeger squad's going to reinforce this area. But there is a Flamer squad right there. Ooh, double firepower dealing with the little Flamer squad there. Getting rid of them. And now pushing over to capture the 2 flanks here on the center side. And this flag is captured somehow. And right now there's a dance between our units since his Cromwell now is the most dangerous thing in the area. But if he gets too close, he's going to get destroyed. Excuse me. Cromwells are making their way up on the left-hand side. Armor car is going to get killed. Is it going to get away? Oh, he's retreating backwards. He has nothing to fear from these guys. And Cromwells are still driving by. Look how close that is. They might notice him soon. Maybe they'll notice him. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like they have. Ooh, armor car should have kept retreating. There's not going to be any chance against that Cromwell. It's turning around now. It's going to pick him off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was going to happen. Oh, changes over here on the right-hand side. We've captured the 2 flags. Not too much in the forest left to deal with. Another AT gun's getting up here to go deal with that Achilles. And some more infantry are making their way up here. This is a good point for him, especially with how light the deployment is with these 2 machine guns. Cromwells are attacking our AT gun, knocking it out. No Cromwells have been taken out right now. Oh, one just gets picked up by a Fallschirmjäger. By a Fallschirmjäger squad. He is pinned down. He's probably going to get taken out. Another Fallschirmjäger squad is moving forward. Are they going to be able to pick off that Cromwell? Nope. They are forced to fall back. Cromwells right now are making a lot of havoc over here on the left. There is some deployment here. We have captured most of the forest. And there's a major push going on these sides here. Oh, causes those Fallschirmjäger squad to surrender. Another squad's being brought up over here to counter them. They are putting a lot of pressure on the left. And then the offensive in the right has stopped. Ooh, Achilles gets knocked out by that Pack 38. And our Pioneers are now finishing up the last bit of their Flamer troops inside the forest. Cromwells have definitely taken up over the ridge. There's some Fallschirmjäger squads being brought up here to deal with this deployment. Machine gun is roaring right now against some of this infantry. And we got a flood of infantry right now rolling in. Oh, and more infantry is also rolling in on the other side as well. As you can see, a couple hundred grams is deploying as fast as he can. We are deploying a little bit lighter, I would say. But we also have more space. I guess the Fallschirmjäger squad right there caused them to retreat. They're firing on this squad here that's fired on this infantry. They are forced to fall back. Pack 38 is being brought up here to deal with a small breakthrough over here. It's going to be set up on the top of the hill. Cromwells are still making a havoc of things. Another group of Cromwells tries to get out in the open. Major mistake considering the fact there's a Pack 38 and a Stug 3 waiting for them. Picks them off right then and there. On the open space, they're going to be in a complete disadvantage, especially in any of our guns or armor. And going back to the breakthrough, not much more is being made. The tanks have made some advance, but are getting shot by a Stug 3 that's being brought in to reinforce. Another Stug 3 is also being brought on this other side here too. And they're going to start hammering down the Cromwells there. So with a little bit, ooh, that Panzer L6 was just destroyed. Ran up there a little bit too fast. And we got a lot of infantry now pushing up towards this flag here. He's putting a lot of pressure on us right now early. And as soon as we start hitting phase B, we should be able to turn this around. If not, we might be dead in the water. Half tracks are roaring in. There's only one False Maker squad to deal with them. A Firefly is coming up. It's getting attacked by that Pack 40 that's being stationed out in the open. Oh, armor cracks and is destroyed. False Maker squad right now is holding its own against some of those half tracks. I think the half tracks are vulnerable to the Stug. Nope, they're not. Stug is firing at some infantry. There is a slight counterattack right now on the left, but there is a breakthrough from these mechanized infantry and their half tracks. They are getting pinned badly by that False Maker squad. Somehow he's been able to pin basically the entire, I would say, platoon. Oh, and half tracks are going out in the open. They're trying to capture as much ground as they can, but there's a Pack 40 there waiting for them. Oh, one is destroyed. They're firing their guns at it. They got, oh, they only got 762. Okay. Not as deadly as I thought. But they could honestly take out that, Pack 40 if they probably flanked it. And this False Maker squad is now pinned by the half tracks and infantry, which is no surprise, really. And a False Maker squad is sneaking its way into the woods. They are going to be very dangerous to any mechanized infantry. Ooh, knocks out the half track. Is he going to be able to dismount? Nope, he does not. 2 half tracks destroyed. And once again, he's throwing his half tracks at that Pack 40. He may be able to overwhelm it. Oh, gets picked off by this this recon squad. It isn't a, I wouldn't say it's an, well, it is pretty effective attack at the moment. He's been able to capture some ground. The right is still under our control. He is making some gains in the center. On the right, everything's getting nullified right now. We're just starting to bring up more infantry, more deployments. And this little section of this this town is being bombarded by mortars. A Stug is slowly getting up. Has no threat from that infantry. Oh, and he's moving up there. He's going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, Cromwell gets destroyed by that Pack 38. And Achilles is roaring down this road. It's probably going to try to flank us here. But it will catch the fury of these two, this gun, and the Stug. False Maker Pioneers are being brought up to capture this flag. Game has now turned 10-14. He still holds the flag here in the center, but everything is starting to crack a bit. Oh, getting ambushed right now by False Maker squads up in the hills. Oh, and now that Stug is also going to be firing at them. They have some Piats, which would have made them really deadly up close inside that town, which probably what I would have deployed in the beginning. 7-17 right now with us in the lead. We're right now out deploying them, bringing up as many reserves. We've captured enough ground. Sherman V is in a lot of danger from that Pack 38. Ooh, there are shells flying all over the place. Ooh, transmission just got damaged. And those squads are tearing those guys to pieces. Ooh, driver just got knocked out. But the gun is still active. Honestly, I think the Sherman might actually be able to take out that Pack 38. Yep, he actually did. It's crazy. Well, I thought I was going to get it, but it didn't. Still a pretty cool exchange. But the Stug's there to watch over, so anything that comes down this road is going to be in a lot of danger. Pioneers have made as much ground as they can. He's trying to deploy as much as he can on this left-hand side as he sends us a breakthrough. Mortars are doing some damage over to the Achilles. Cromwell's just sitting there just staring. And this AA gun is also very vulnerable right now. There's a slight push also in the center as all flags are starting to pretty much capitulate. And this is the third game between me and a couple hundred games. The winner of this advances to the next round. And at the moment, we are in the lead with 7-17. Things have slowed down a bit, but at the same time, they pick up immediately as we capture more ground, capturing this flag right at this point, bringing up the entire line up towards his deployment area. Oh, that was a huge gain. So the game is now 5-19 with a major defeat at 4 minutes. If a couple hundred games can't turn this around. FS Pioneers are being torn apart by infantry and tanks. Cromwells are trying to just come out in the open, but are going to be very vulnerable to the amount of Stugs and AT guns littering the battlefield at this point. Sherman's also going to be vulnerable. That Cromwell gets hit by the Stug, gets out of range. Sherman is now behind enemy lines. Front line is collapsing. A Stug is being brought up here to deal with the Achilles and the Cromwells. Armor is like moving all over the place. And there's major engagements once again on the right. Captures back this flag with the Sherman and the Cromwell. More infantry and armor is roaring towards the breaking points. And those Jaegers are done for. Or at least this one is. These guys are probably going to get killed. There's 2 squads there. I think there's only 1 guy left. No, somehow he's dealing with them. Ooh, this flag falls here, bringing the game back at 5-19. Stug is sneaking up over here, trying to get some of the armor and eliminating anything in this area. Ooh, crew got killed over here, but there's still 1 more Stug alive. Mortar is out of ammunition, and we're not even bringing up ammo, just because of the fact that we can deploy quicker than we can bring ammo up. And this is the point of playing with Maverick. Gotta end the game in Phase B. And that is the one thing we push for immediately. Oh, you missed the Stug actually taking out the Achilles. Stug is going to hold off a Sherman that's making its way. Ooh, Shooter gets killed. That Stug is going to pick that Sherman right off. Oh, it's dead. More Fossenjäger Sturmtruppen Pioneers are being brought up. So far, we've collapsed most of the lines to 22 with a total defeat. Less than 1 minute. Couple hundred games refuses to surrender. He's gonna fight to the last second. Pack 38 is also working on some of the Shermans up on the hill, or one only Sherman. I mean. We're not pushing to capture the last flag. It's only 1-23. Sherman is shooting at the the Pioneers who are trying to advance to the flag, but gets destroyed by the Pack 38 right behind it. I don't think this Pack 38 is going to be able to take out the Sherman. Oh, but it does. And the Fossenjäger Pioneers are going to be vulnerable to the Cromwell. These guys are completely encircled. 2-22. 10 seconds left in the game. And are we going to be able to capture the last 2 flags towards the end? I don't think so. And it is a total defeat. Oh, wow. Yeah. So it wasn't... I wouldn't say it was one-sided. It's just as soon as Phase B hit... the game completely changed, and then we just took advantage of every single breakthrough we had. So I think that was the major difference. I think it was also the infantry and the map itself. Let's check our kills. Those Cromwells did some number and some armor. Ooh, even a Stug 3 was taken out. A Pack 40 was killed by a Cromwell. Also killed a Panzer L6. And he did get some decent kills. Now, our guys, our Pack 40 nullified so much. Look at these Fallschirmjägers just tore through so much. Yeah, our infantry, I think it was the really the difference in the match, really. They were just so good at range, so powerful, and just did a lot of damage also to armored vehicles with their Panzerfaust. So if I had to say, I think that would be the difference. It still was a good matchup, and a good way to conclude the best 2 out of 3, which makes us advance to the next round, and a couple hundred games is defeated. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like if you guys like this type of content. Subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.